parable of the merchant and the three roads. In ancient Persia, at the crossroads of three kingdoms, stood the city of Samarkand. There lived a silk merchant named Amir. He was known not only for his fine fabrics, but also for his wisdom. Young traders and even rulers from neighbouring lands often came to him for advice. Amir had a strange habit. Every morning he would walk to the city gates and spend a long time looking at three roads that led in different directions. One road went north to wealthy cities ruled by powerful khans. The second went east to mysterious lands of spices and precious stones. The third went south to desert caravan routes where merchants risked their lives for incredible profits. Years passed, and Amir continued to stand at the gates, looking at the roads, but never leaving. His shop thrived, his house was full of comfort, his servants were content, and his wife Zarema could not have been happier with their peaceful life. One day, a young merchant named Jamil came to see him. He was an ambitious young man with burning eyes. "Master Amir," he said, "I have heard about your wisdom. Tell me, which of the three roads should I choose? The northern road promises steady income, the eastern one offers unimaginable riches, and the southern one brings fame as the bravest merchant." Amir smiled mysteriously. "My son, each road holds its own trials, but let me tell you a story that will help you decide." Jamil sat down, ready to listen. "Many years ago," Amir began, "there lived a merchant named Hassan. He too stood at the crossroads of three paths, struggling with his choice. In the end, he chose the northern road, the safest one. He traded there for 20 years, built up a decent fortune, but his soul yearned for more. What if I had chosen the eastern road, he wondered. What happened then? Jamil asked impatiently. At 40, Hassan made his decision. He left his established business and headed east. There, amazing discoveries awaited him. New goods, exotic spices, incredible profits, but also dangers, bandits, diseases, betrayals by partners. Several times he nearly died, but he survived and became fabulously wealthy. So the eastern road is better. The young man's eyes lit up. Wait, Amir raised his hand. At 50, Hassan suddenly realized that all his wealth had not brought him peace. So he decided to try the third road, the southern one. He set off into the desert with a caravan. Jamil held his breath in suspense. There, a sandstorm caught him, Amir continued. The caravan lost its way. People and camels were dying of thirst. Hassan gave his last water to his servant and prepared for death. But suddenly he saw a mirage. Or was it not a mirage? An oasis with clear water. Did he survive? He found water, and not just water. An ancient temple where monks lived. They told him a secret that changed his entire understanding of a life. What secret? Jamil's breathing quickened. Amir stood up and walked to the window from which the three roads were visible. The monks told Hassan this. You searched for wealth on three roads, but did not notice the treasure that was beside you all along. The greatest fortune is not what you find on your journey, but having a home to return to. Jamil frowned. I do not understand, Master. Is it not cowardice to stay home instead of seeking adventure? Amir turned to him with a sad smile. Hassan thought the same thing. He returned home rich and wise, but at home emptiness awaited him. His wife had not waited and had married another man. His children had grown up and did not recognize him as their father. His friends had forgotten him. His house stood abandoned. How terrible, the young man whispered. Hassan sat among his riches completely alone, Amir continued. Only then did he realize that while he was searching for happiness on the roads, it had been patiently waiting for him at home all along. But it was too late. What happened to Hassan after that? Amir was silent for a long time, looking at the roads. Then he said quietly, Hassan died a lonely old man, cursing his greed for adventure. Jamil left upset and confused. Amir remained by the window and stood there until nightfall. The next morning the merchant came to the city gates as always and looked at the three roads. Zarema approached him. Amir dear, you have been looking at these roads for 30 years. What are you thinking about? Amir put his arm around her shoulders and smiled. I'm thinking about how lucky I am that I never left on any of them. Why? Zarema asked in surprise. Because, my dear, he said, looking into her eyes. Hassan's story is who I could have become if I had chosen the wrong path. Every morning I remind myself that the greatest adventure is living your whole life beside those you love." Zarema laughed. "So you never regretted staying home?" "Not once," Amir said, "because home is not a place where you stand still. Home is the source from which you draw strength for everything you do." Only then did Zarema understand. Her husband was wiser than all the travellers in the world. He had chosen the most difficult road of all, the road of constancy, faithfulness, and daily love. Sometimes the greatest courage is not in setting off on a dangerous journey, but in staying and building happiness every day where you are. True treasures do not need to be sought on distant roads. They're right beside us, in those we love and who love us.